Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm Blaine.
It's Blaine. It's my poker buddy Blaine. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. KeithandTheGirl.com/chat every Wednesday about 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We pop in and say hi to each other. We also play poker about half hour after that. And how much fun is this group? I'm surprised. We started it during COVID,
hmm
kept it going, I don't know how many years now. And very lucky with what a great group of people we have, if I may say.
Oh yeah, I have a blast every Wednesday, and I mean it's been going on forever. I remember when it first started. I remember the I call it the dumpster fire chat days, where
Hmm.
you're up late at night just talking nonsense, and then it's evolved, and now we all play poker. It's a blast.
There's laughter, there's tears. I've said this before. You don't have to play poker. A lot of people don't. They just share stories. And it's funny that everybody does understand the vibe. For example, the government is affecting my job and I didn't save and I'm out of work. Full house! Sorry, continue. You were crying? So that everybody gets it, gets what's going on. And yeah, there's serious shit sometimes and it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry, and I love you, but also get the fuck out the game.
That's right. We so now we're up to like two or three games sometimes on Wednesdays because everybody's developing an addiction. Last Wednesday was two games. There's the appetizer game. We're not even concerned about that one. Then what I call the entree game, and it came down to me and my buddy Blaine. And let me check if I have how that ended up.
I don't remember how that went.
Oh, I see. I have it here. I won. Yeah, I won that.
Oh, you
And
did.
yeah,
Oh,
okay. I
okay.
wasn't really sure. So, champion. We'll have the tournament coming up pretty soon, as a matter of fact. Um, you're very funny and fun in the chat room, and
hmm
I didn't know this until I happened to see it on Instagram or something. Are you interested in a comedy career? I saw something about I forget what you had on Instagram, but between that and how funny you are, you're either interested in writing or stand up. I'm guessing.
So yes, so right now I'm writing, mostly taking stuff that's happened in my past and kind of trying to make a right now just like a good tight five, right? I'm trying to make that
Okay.
out of it. I want to take it on to stand up this month and start hitting some of the open mics here in Houston. And if I can start picking up a following, maybe even like make some drives to Austin and start doing it out there. But I've
Okay.
always had an interest in it. I just have never kind of followed it.
Is this a lazy question? Your favorite comedians? What kind of do you have a style you like?
I kind of like an in your face kind of style. I mean, let's see.
Like
I mean,
stories or
I like
ridiculous shit?
stories and just people that are ridiculous. Like right now, I'm basically on kind of a going down a Mateo Lane rabbit hole right now because
Okay.
he has a podcast with his friend Nick, and it's very funny. It's very interesting. You can tell they're close friends, but they also take stabs at each other every chance they get. And also, I'm a I used to watch like infomercials and stuff. And
Hmm.
I don't know, you probably, if you've seen my Instagram, you saw where I had like a moment with like Kathy Mitchell stuff, the
Oh,
turbo
the
pusher
dump
lady.
cake.
Yeah, the dump cake
Yes.
lady. And he's going down that rabbit hole too. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been falling into that. Of course, I love like comedians we see on here, like Micah
Do you have
Fox.
to? Should we tell Mateo that he's stealing your vibe? That you knew the dump cake lady first?
Yeah, I was into it first.
Right, right. You're already starting beefs
I
before your
know.
5 minutes.
I know. I love roast comedy too, which it can get. I know it can get a little brutal for some people, but I
Right.
love it.
Is it safe to say that you turned your life around some time ago or fairly recently? Hearing stories in the chat, and for the record, I asked Blaine about this before we record if it's okay to talk
Mm.
about, but I know you've mentioned uh, seeing group meetings for sex addiction. I know you've mentioned being off of meth for so many years now. Is it safe to say that like this is a fresher, cleaner you?
It is probably mentally the best that I've been. Um, so I mean, heck, I could talk hours about this, but um, so for people that don't know, I was in the closet for a long time, and so
You're
that led.
gay?
I know.
Okay.
I know it's very hard for people to know
Well,
that.
that takes away like a fifth. This was all about chicks.
It's funny because like I listen to songs that like I'm kind of like you. I love like 80s hair metal and
Yeah.
stuff. So like I'm jamming to like girls, 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 and I'm like, yeah, I
Uh-huh.
guess. I guess. um
Who doesn't like long legs and burgundy lips?
yeah, but actually I can say, and I think COVID played a big part. I fell into like a big depression after it. A
Hmm.
lot of like loneliness and stuff like that. And yeah, I got on drugs for a little bit. I'm gonna say fell in love. We're not gonna call that with someone who was an addict, and that kind of
Ah,
pulled me into that world. And that ended up being a disaster. That's actually the reason why I came out. And it's funny, you
well, you
hide.
came out. Why? Because let's not have any secrets. And
Uh,
this is a big one.
no, because I was in Las Vegas, Nevada, and
City of Sin.
yeah, yeah, and come to find out, what happens there does not fucking stay there. Um,
It follows you.
so so in the long story short, I'm hanging with this guy. I got very abusive. I was
Hmm.
high on like I'm talking about days and days awake.
Okay.
And um I kind of got into like a bind, and he kind of threatened to blackmail me. So in my head it was like, you either just come out.
Like
And
pictures, video, text of you being gay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
a lot of stuff.
And
And
does he know he has that power because you're shy about it, or does he know specifically your parents would lose their shit, your friends might turn on you, your job might have a thing to say? Did you know it?
yeah, like all that.
Okay,
Because I was very open with him, which
I see.
my fault.
Well, if it's love, it's love. I mean, meth might confuse that, but
Oh, it's a terrible drug. I actually am in a place now where I kind of maybe want to start like advocating to help people get off of it.
yeah.
Um,
I did it once with a guy that I know like it messed up his life, but I'm like, let me try it once. And I'm like, and
mhm.
it didn't really hit me, and I guess I was glad. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. You're like, okay, and then you see people who are hooked on it on like the streets and stuff, and you feel bad, and you're like, oh, I'm happy that's not me.
right, right.
Um,
Meanwhile, I
so
just can't have all the stuff they show in commercials.
yeah.
But meth, what's the big deal?
It's funny too, because like they're prescribing everyone Adderall, which is basically
Right.
meth. It's legal meth. um, so I decided to just come out, but you have to think I hid this for so long because it's like, oh no, I don't want the drama. And then it came out in the most, I basically could have just done a theatrical play and it been less dramatic than being
Yeah.
like, I'm gay and there's meth. Like,
Is the meth that kind of pushed you to say,
it does too because it makes you paranoid. Um,
like what? Like people are going to find out anyway, so I'll say.
it makes you think crazy thoughts. Like I thought people were like following me at one point.
Mm,
I could like feel, that feeling when like a kid runs behind you.
yeah,
It's
sure.
like
I
it's
mean, I
like
get it.
that.
I
Like I
saw The
could
Conjuring, so I get it.
yeah, it's like the Conjuring is following you all the
Okay.
time. Like just it feels like when like little kids are just like running behind you. There's no one behind you. You just feel like it's
Hmm.
it's like it messes with your senses like that.
And it doesn't matter if you've heard stories like this. Like speaking of Motley Crue, did you read Nikki Sixx's The Heroin Diaries?
No, I haven't had a chance to read it.
Okay, so that's recommended reading for everybody. But he talks about, and I think his big thing was cocaine that made him paranoid. But he
Mhm.
thought cops were breaking into his house. He'd hide into his closet in his mansion, and yeah, that seems to be paranoia's related to a lot of these.
Yeah. And I mean, I look on it now and yeah, it sucks because it's like, oh, I had to come out and admit drug use and admit I was stuck in a city like, you know, 1,200 miles away. Um, that's a traumatic way to come out.
Did
Uh,
you? How did you come out? Do you come out individually, or do you like mass mail everybody?
it was no, it was on the phone. It was on the phone
Okay,
with my parents.
okay. How'd they take
And
it? Did they
mother
go no
not
shit?
great, mother not great, which our relationship is very strained.
Hmm.
My dad surprisingly well, like worry and fear, but like, hey, I'm happy that you're getting this out.
Okay.
And I think that that helped me a lot.
Do you think they knew and it's still upsetting to hear, or they really didn't know?
That I was gay or on
Yeah,
drugs.
that you were gay.
Oh, I think they knew. My dad says he knew, and I was like, we could have fucking said something and helped me
Right.
out.
You could make it easier.
Yeah, you didn't have to. You don't have to be in the closet too.
Did he ever talk to you about chicks?
Yes.
So I'm saying, what the fuck is that?
But yeah, I was like, what? Okay. He's like, what do you think of that girl over there? I was like, yeah, she's hot.
Right.
I don't even
How
say that convincingly.
how does an abusive relationship, like I'm wondering like how many times can I beat Liz before she leaves? You know what I mean? Like how do you trick these smart people?
Mhm.
Is it because drugs are involved or is it yeah, well like how do you like oh it was a one off. Oh, it was a 16 off.
I think people like that know who to prey on. So for me at the time, like I'm depressed. I have zero self-confidence. Like I'm feeling just low, right?
Okay.
So they know how to talk, and I find that they're able to use, funny enough, like the AA language and stuff like that, and be very manipulative with
I
it.
see.
So you kind of just fall for it. It's very weird because I'm usually the person who, like, when I see bullshit, I'm like, oh, well, that's bullshit. And then someone's coming at me with
Right.
bullshit, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Right. How do you break up with an abusive person? Did you have to literally like sneak out, run?
I left them at a gas station in the middle of the desert.
Okay, good for you. For real. Okay. Did anything come from that that got scary?
No, no. And I don't think they're anyone that's gonna like come find me. They're so hooked on drugs. I don't even know if they're alive.
Okay. Would you if you found out they were dead? Do you is this a dumb question? Do you think you'd be sad? Do you think you'd care? Would you feel guilty?
I wouldn't feel guilty. I would feel sad because I mean, anytime it's a sad thing. Drug addiction is a sad thing. And one thing that I'm fortunate that I find fortunate of going through all this is I've learned more compassion for addicts because I used to be one of those people that would be like, why don't they just stop doing the drugs?
Right.
And I kind of get that, like, they have this emptiness that they're trying to fill,
Right.
and
Because
I
it's everywhere and people are assholes. That's why.
understand. um, and I know the emptiness he was trying to fill. So I would feel sad, but I wouldn't feel like I wouldn't be like crying on the floor or anything.
Right. I get you. Did you guys met in Vegas?
Yeah.
Just gambling separately?
Yeah, just gambling. I was gambling at, what was it called? It was on Fremont Street, Binions,
Okay.
and just met there and just started talking. And then it's funny enough, I was in town for a comedy festival at the time. And
Oh
then,
yeah. Did you
yeah.
make it to the festival?
Oh, yeah, no, this was after the festival. So like
Okay.
I had a blast. Everything was great. And then I extended my stay in Vegas just to hang out there.
Was it drugs the first night?
No, no, it was not. It wasn't
Okay.
until it wasn't until I think 2 nights later.
Who said I love you first?
Me, because I was a people pleaser.
Are are you better at it?
Oh yeah. I'm in a place now where I feel happy. I feel balanced. I wish I had talked about my problems instead of held them in. I think that's what led me to, I mean, that's what led me to all that. You're
Right.
holding in stuff for years. You have this like feeling of emptiness and sorrow, and, kind of like almost throwing a pity party for yourself.
Hmm.
Um, and it feels, even though the person's not healthy and it feels freeing for someone to have someone and you be able to like open up to them, even if they're not the healthiest person to open up to and will, probably screw you over. It's still,
I hear you.
it's, there's a weird like manipulation with it, but
Right. I asked for a mic check. What did you eat today? And embarrassingly, you said Taco Bell. Um, but normally to fight diabetes, you're on a special diet, and of all things, it's the carnivore diet,
mm-hmm.
and that's where you only eat meat, right? So
Yes.
no diabetes, but the gout.
No gout or anything. Like
Okay.
I have to say, I'm shocked at kind of how successful it is. I've been losing weight. Today I had to break it because I had about 30 minutes during work to go. And usually I cook and I was sick this weekend and it was just a mess. So I was like,
Right.
you know what? Also, they brought the 7 layer burrito back, which I used to love eating. And you know what? Not as good as I remember.
Well, they dip their vegetables in Sprite, so that doesn't count either. Don't
Yeah.
worry about that. It's probably all meat like.
Yeah, so I'm probably my blood sugar is probably like in super diabetic range right now because of the Taco Bell, but
What is it sugar and other things that aren't in meat?
it's so basically it's an elimination diet. So really you're consuming any nutrients you're getting from fat, and you're not eating. I mean, my carbohydrates are basically zero, but I can say that it's given me energy again because I was having diabetic attacks. And
How bad would that get?
I've had it to where I've had it to where like at night I was laying down and I was getting like this shiver,
Oh shit.
and also like on my leg I have like a mark that wasn't healing
Oh,
from a dog bite.
okay.
And yeah, it all like the leg thing started to heal. And when I started doing it, I was skeptical because I never want to agree with anything Joe Rogan does. Um,
We gotta eat elk.
yeah, yeah, I'm not going that far. Also, Joe Rogan needs to chill. His body's not that great. Uh, like, okay,
I'm gonna guess there's other stuff other than meat. Is that okay to guess? Where'd your
yeah,
neck go?
yeah, exactly. Like, okay,
News radio, he had a neck.
yeah. I remember on Fear Factor, he had like
Right.
a long neck, and now he's like, "Argh."
Well,
um,
it is funny though. You're more healthy. What do you eat? Ribs, burgers, pork.
yes, but it's kind of boring too because yeah, I can eat ribs, but there's no barbecue sauce on them.
Ah, okay.
Burgers, it's a burger patty, usually with just like salt. I can do some cheese. I try not to do too much cheese though, because now I'm getting older. Cheese is kind of,
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of a boring diet, but if it keeps it at bay, I will do it because I lost my grandfather to diabetes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it's not drug related. It's something in the family.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's silly or not, but
Oh, the diabetes?
yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I guess it's in
Yeah.
the family.
So yeah, it's in the family, but you can also get it. Like it doesn't have to be. It's not a genetic thing. Type 2 isn't a genetic thing. There is type 1 though, which is genetic.
And what's your type?
Type 2. So I can fix it, and
Okay.
two, with diet, and two, it's I think it's for some people it's genetic, but not always.
Okay.
Don't quote me on
What's
it.
the when are you're saying this month we'll be able to see you do stand up? Is that true?
I want to this
I'm
month.
gonna
Yes.
come to you. We're putting you
You're
down
gonna
for this month.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. I'm finishing what I think is a type 5. I need to like practice in the mirror, and
Sure.
I got to get
It's
my facial expressions.
and of course that's what I do. I would practice by myself. It's hard to time things sometimes because man, the applause breaks when you're by yourself. These nobodies won't shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm like, I just came out here. Calm down. Relax, everybody.
I'm worried I'm going to put time for the applause break, and then there's going to be no applause.
Right.
I'll be like, is there one of those
Guys,
guys? I need this time. Come on, let's let's clap.
here's an idea. I go so far, this is real, as to turn the TV on a little bit as if people are talking in the crowd or the bartender's being a little too loud in the back. Just an idea.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Okay, I
And then I'll answer the door like when the postman comes, in case that's a heckler that ran on stage. I mean, comedy's nuts nowadays, you know. You got to be you got to be ready for anything that can happen. So I have some stuff I want to talk about with you about what's going on, the state of the world, and then at the end we'll put up a poll if you should indeed pursue comedy. How's that sound?
that sounds good.
Okay, great. That's fair. The Powerball was just announced, and you played it. Is that correct?
I did. I actually left. You saw me leave poker to go get a ticket.
Right. And how'd you do? You're very calm about it. Did you win?
Yeah, I don't do anything anymore. I just lounge here and I just hang with my cat. And really, I'm in a whole. this is just a green screen.
That's your bathroom. What I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I think I have that same dresser. Um, when you did buy the ticket,
Mhm.
do you start thinking like, of course I'm not going to win, but what if I did and I'm going to buy? And did you already make plans for a minute?
Oh yeah, I was already planning like I'm going to travel the world, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to put some in investments to be smart, and I'm just going to buy like one house. I don't want to buy anything crazy. Like I love too how people tell you, because people at work are like this. The jackpot was what, 1.7 billion or
Yeah,
something.
1.787 billion,
And
1
one of
billion
my
700 million.
yeah, one of my coworkers goes like, they're like, well, after taxes and
Oh,
everything, it's only going to be like 700 million. I was like, oh no.
I don't want the hassle.
Yeah, that's just gonna put a dabble in all my plans.
Then I probably got to hire the right tax guy so I don't get screwed.
Yeah.
He's obviously going to want a bigger piece than he deserves. Forget it. Forget it. Two winning tickets for the nearly $1.8 billion Powerball jackpot were sold in Missouri and Texas. And you're in Texas.
I am.
Ugh. When you learned that, where you're like, we're in Texas, tell me not even fucking close.
Actually, that's what made me go look at my ticket. Was I
Right.
heard someone won in Texas. I was like, let me go look.
The Powerball jackpot came to 1.787 billion, the second largest U.S. lottery jackpot ever. The largest Powerball jackpot on record was 2.004 billion. And the guy took the $997 million payout. Now, when you thought about it, did you think, are you going to take payments, which go up to like 29 years, or would you take a lump sum of a
People
lot less money?
people are like, it's smart to take payments. I'm like, nah, just give me all the money now.
Give me all the money. I think it's dumb to take payments.
I agree.
It's more money on paper, but you don't know what's fucking going on in this country. You
Hmm.
don't know if all of a sudden the lottery is illegal. Give me the money now before something fucks up. Because if 5 years in, I was getting payments every so often, you went, yeah, there's no such thing as the lottery anymore and nobody gets paid. I'd be like, yeah, no shit. Because that would be crazy to keep paying. Yeah, who's the fuck is surprised? Yeah, give me all the money right now, however much it is.
Yeah, my luck, I'm gonna be 1 year in, and then the next year they're gonna be like, we're not doing money anymore.
Yes, people realize it doesn't go to education after all, so we're gonna stop it. This win ended a streak of 42 consecutive drawings with no one claiming the last one, 42 consecutive drawings with nobody claiming the payout. 15 people won $1 million each, but two people won 2 million because they paid an extra dollar for the power play. Another way they
Mhm.
get you. Imagine you're so thrilled, of course, you won $1 million, but you're
Mhm.
like, I didn't do the fucking power play for a dollar.
I know.
Did you do the power play? You must have, right? Don't tell me you didn't.
No.
Well, good. If you ask me, you just made like $4 or $5 with how many tickets you bought.
Mhm.
Good for you.
Well, because it's like I was like, I could put the money in the power play, or I could get more
Ticket
tickets.
chances. Right.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart. You're right. You can either, let's see, one lump sum this time of 410 million or 895 million over 29 years. 3 decades is way too long to count on getting that money. Come
I
on.
might not even be alive in 3 decades.
Right. Right. Who the fuck knows? I'm eating meat for breakfast. Let's talk football. How much do you love it?
Yay, sports.
All right, let's do sports balls. First of all, Aaron Rodgers is once again responsible for another Jets loss. See, the joke here is that he was terrible on the Jets. Now he's on the Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, and he won a game. And on the back of the New York Post, that's where the sports section is, and they get your attention with the headline on the back, and it says, "Oh, now you can play." The big problem, though, is that with Aaron Rodgers being on my Pittsburgh Steelers, I got to be anti-vax now. For
Well,
either 3 hours a week or the rest of the season. I don't know, but you know what? When you think about it, what is in these fucking vaccines? Whatever. All of a sudden we're scientists. Oh, now we trust the government. Interesting.
yeah. I mean, do you want money or do you want to be, a bootlicker?
34 to 32, 34 to 32, and more thanks to our kicker, the Boz, who made a 65-yard field goal. And by the way, when they do these field goals, they just count, however many yards you went. But I think there's with a computer, and I mean this, they would be able to tell how far the ball would have went, and you should get credit for that. The record was during a preseason game very recently, 70 yards. This kick looked like it went more than 70 yards, and I think they should take that into account. There, I said it. Thank you. We have the most pricey, the Steelers, the most pricey defense, and they didn't show up too well. They should have just showed them counting their money on the side instead of tackling people. But it's a whole new year, and I'm pretty excited. Do you get into any sports, and do you have like superstitions, rituals? Do you have to wear the same socks when you watch whatever you like?
Um, I watch.
Like during drag race, for example, or whatever you like. Do
I'm
you
actually.
have?
I love pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Funny enough, I love pro. I grew up watching pro wrestling, so
But
I've always,
jinxes probably won't change that, right?
I don't know. Sometimes
Okay.
sometimes I can be like, okay, come on, come on, come on. I want this to happen. I want this to happen. Knowing, and I've been involved in pro wrestling so long and known it. I kind of already know who's gonna win just based on the way things go, and because
Right.
basically the storytelling's a formula. But I'm like, come on, surprise me, surprise me. And
Right.
sometimes it does, but usually it doesn't. I'm like, oh, well, shit.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
I
funny enough.
I I know what you mean though, but like we'll get to the I want to talk to you about the VMAs, but
Mhm,
even that when it's not like the Grammys or something like that, it's all pre-planned, it's rigged, and just you figure out that formula.
mhm,
Well, Gaga showed up, so she'll win this. Gaga's not in this other category, but
mhm,
Sabrina Carpenter is, and she showed
mhm.
up. She'll win this. It won't be Bad Bunny because he didn't show up. So you're just throwing him in there to use him.
Yeah, you did Artist of the Year first,
Right.
and Gaga had to leave to get to Madison Square Garden.
Right.
Like, so obviously, like, who is gonna win that?
Are you caught up with wrestling and the stories going on?
Yeah.
Is
Right
good.
now, one of my old favorite female wrestlers, AJ Lee, just like made a huge return. It was a big deal.
Oh,
She hasn't wrestled in about 10 years.
okay.
And she used to play like this crazy, like that was her thing. It was like, oh, I'm just a crazy, I'm just crazy and wild and all that. But she's great. She's actually the wife of CM Punk, who
Oh,
so they're gonna have a match. It's gonna be CM Punk, AJ Lee with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, which I don't know how I'm gonna watch it. I need to figure out my VPN because I'm not giving ESPN $30 to watch it.
that's a lot. What's the deal with the Vince McMahon rapist?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, right.
I like how he's still like I was talking to someone about this. Like he's still married to his wife. And I wonder if his wife's just like, yeah, I need the name, I guess.
When you're supporting Trump with such fervor, you don't
Hmm.
care about anything. You're a
Yeah,
sellout.
I guess so. I guess
Um,
she's like, I'm selling out. I'm just selling out in life, I guess.
I was drinking. I hardly ever drink coffee. Liz has got me into it,
Hmm.
and just regular coffee with hazelnut cream. And I had some during the fourth quarter, and that's when the Steelers really turned it around. Now I'm gonna have to drink coffee every fourth quarter. This is the hell I'm into. I was so excited about this game. In fact, I started masturbating before the game. Had nothing to do with the game. I was just doing that. But then it was taking a second, and I know the game was starting, so I faked the orgasm so I can quickly make the fucking game. I'm
Uh-huh.
really getting into this. And now, if you're going to tell me I start doing things based on jinxes,
You're
oh,
gonna have to fake an orgasm every game.
that's I got to lie to me every time. I was talking to, I don't know if you remember this guest, Eric, he's the ska guy that he has a ska band. He was on fairly recently. I met him through Brother Love. But anyway,
Oh yes.
he texted me his girlfriend Nikki. Nikki has superstitions like that. There's one season where we ordered McDonald's every weekend and they kept winning. When they finally lost, I was so happy to not get McDonald's on Sunday once a week anymore. I was getting winded eating. I get it.
Imagine your team wins, but you'd have a heart attack.
Right. Aaron Rodgers got tackled, but sometimes there's plays where you're like, is this fucking thing rigged? And then I'm like, oh no, he probably has to meet Rogan at 4:30 for an interview and he's just giving up. But It ended up working out. I'm going to start looking like, Cornholio with all this coffee trying to save my team. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh, Here's some things on Aaron Rodgers. His vaccination stance that I'm alluding to. He doesn't believe in he thinks he believes in microchips and all this bullshit. They asked him at the time in 2021, are you vaccinated for COVID? And he said, yes, I'm immunized. And then they go, well, we found out somehow that you aren't.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I didn't say. Meanwhile, he's hanging out with all these fucking football players, a sport where you literally spit on each other, deliberately or otherwise, you know. So yes, it might be fucking important if you have the vaccine. And he goes, I didn't say I had that vaccine. I said I'm immunized. Like I would punch you in the fucking throat.
What the fuck does he think immunize means?
Where he's had like he has the measles shot from when he was a kid. That's some kind of cross your fingers, God won't care.
Look, if he wants to be that way, that's on him. But own it. Like,
Right,
don't be like, I'm anti-vax. Oh, but no, no, no. I made sure I was
right.
vaccinated, and then just lie about it. Like that tells me you're, like, you're wrong. Then
But again, hey, what are we gonna do? Trust the government? He believes Sandy Hook was staged by actors. That the kids didn't really die during Sandy Hook. He's one of these motherfuckers. Hey, look, I wasn't there either.
they could.
Do you personally know any kids that died in Sandy Hook?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what are we gonna do? Nine
Okay, he
eleven
might
was
be onto something there.
9/11 was faked. You know what? Who knows what that means? And that was the end of his statement. But I once saw David Copperfield make the Statue of Liberty disappear. So I don't know what the fuck is real or not. He's making a point. He's asking questions. That's all. He suggested that the release of the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs was a distraction from news about UFO sightings. The UFOs are real, but there's no Epstein list.
Yeah, I've heard more about the UFOs on the Epstein list, which tells me they're trying to cover up the Epstein list more than
Right.
anything else. It's like, dude, stop.
Jimmy Kimmel said how this is ridiculous about the vaccines, etc. And so Aaron Rodgers said that Jimmy Kimmel is named in the Epstein flight logs. It got to the point where Jimmy Kimmel had to threaten legal action if he kept saying that because it's getting his family in danger, being accused of being a pedophile. Rodgers, let's see. He has a long-running public rift with his family, which garnered public attention when his brother Jordan appeared on The Bachelorette in 2016. Okay. He has a big relationship with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. In early 2024, Kennedy, an independent presidential candidate, was considering Rodgers as his vice presidential running mate. Nothing is crazy nowadays.
RFK was never going to win with that voice. He needs to stop.
But how did he become in charge of our health with that voice?
I mean, we didn't vote on that, so I
even
mean,
his body is weird. Have you ever seen him without a shirt for real? It's like it's made out of. It's like there's muscles in there, but it's
I am
made out of
not going down
clay.
the rabbit hole, Keith.
So I'm
I
just
don't want to
saying.
see that.
I'm just saying. It's odd. And then you have the MAGA people going, how about look at this guy? Look how fucking fit. Like you got to pretend that's a normal body and a normal voice, and that you love Kid Rock and the YMCA is great, and you got to go. Oh, I love what is that? Three Doors Down. Yeah, that's what you love,
We hate gays, but we love the YMCA.
right? Oh, by the way, let's talk about the new Department of War. This is exciting. So America has the Department of Defense, the Pentagon. Well, now Trump, this is completely true, is changing the Department of Defense to the Department of War. We, hey, countries, we're going on the offense all over the place.
We're gonna fuck y'all up.
I think saying we have a Department of Defense says that we're weak because it says we're getting ready to defend. We're such attackers. We don't even have to worry about defending. We do that. You even think about attacking us. We already attacked you.
We are living in Team America World Police.
Yes, we are. Trump tweeted out or Truth Socialed out I love the smell of deportation. Excuse me. I love the smell of deportations in the morning from Apocalypse Now. Like I love the smell of napalm in the morning. I
Did
love
you
the
really?
smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Three helicopter emojis, and then the scene from Apocalypse Now with helicopters behind him, behind the sergeant or whatever the fuck, the commander, smelling napalm. And if you can picture that Apocalypse Now font, and I'll put this on KeithAndTheGirl.com, it now says Chipop. It says Shapocalypse now because he's gonna send troops to Chicago and clean that up. But you don't even read. It's so hard to read. It doesn't even I'm like Chipocalypse.
I don't know what that. Okay, so it's not just me that doesn't know what that
Not
means.
right. He means Chicago and apocalypse, and that's how he
Oh,
put it together. But you could be like Chicagopolis or something. The whole thing's so stupid. He's such a fucking goddamn child.
it takes a lot of ego to post that picture too.
He has the time. I mean, look at him. You know his dumps take an hour, so he has time to tweet and shit.
I love how he said, "Oh, I'm going to be a president of no wars," and then it's like now we're going to have the Department of. That's not showing your fucking cards.
Right, right. Of no foreign wars. How about the American wars? That's another thing. Pentagon officials grappled with the Herculean task of fulfilling Donald Trump's executive order to remold the enormous global agency, the Department of Defense, into the Department of War. Many expressed frustration, anger, and downright confusion at the effort. What? Which could cost billions of dollars. This guy that wants to save you money could cost billions of dollars for a cosmetic change that would do little to tackle the military's most pressing challenges, such as countering a more aggressive alliance of authoritarian nations. They have to change seals on more than 700,000 facilities in 40 countries and all 50 states. This includes letterheads. There's 6 military branches, dozens more agencies, down to embossed napkins and chow halls, embroidered jackets for Senate-confirmed officials, keychains, tchotchkes at the Pentagon store. If you're talking about saving money, this isn't the way to go. And for what? So that they go, oh, America's into war. Watch out.
Yeah, I think Americans would rather have like programs to help them buy houses and
You
stuff
would
like that
think.
versus having to change logos and all that. Like,
This is purely for domestic political audiences, says a former defense official. Not only will this cost millions of dollars, it will have absolutely zero impact on Chinese or Russian calculations. Worse, it will be used by our enemies to portray the United States as warmongering and a threat to international stability. Of course. The House Oversight Committee released a trove of records from the estate of Jeffrey Epstein, including a lewd note bearing President Donald Trump's name. The note was found inside Epstein's now famous, quote, birthday book, a reported collection of letters gifted to the late convicted sex offender on his 50th birthday. It was compiled by Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, who wrote in the prologue, this is like a cute little journal, that she wanted to gather stories and old photographs to jog your memory, to Epstein she's writing this, to jog your memory about places, people, and different events. He wasn't the one drugged. He'll remember. Trump has repeatedly denied rating this letter that's making the rounds. He sued the Wall Street Journal, who announced it, for defamation. But what you do is you sue for $10 million. Then when nobody's paying attention, you drop the lawsuit, and all you remember is that he sued.
mhm. I mean
But
that's the plan, right? Is just to keep it as covered up as he can. And
I wrote
he,
some notes on this, but you'll be able to see it without the notes at keithandthegirl.com. But this is what I'm going to read. This is the letter that they found that Trump gave to Epstein. Trump's denying it, but it's him. And Trump wrote this fucking moron. He wrote a little like a scene, like a movie scene. So he wrote all this, and it's signed on the bottom. And if you look at anything else he signed, it's exactly
oh
like
wow,
that.
yeah, that's a same
We
signature.
recognize it, you know? Never mind, senators recognize it. Voiceover. There must be more than life than having everything. And how would you describe this picture? It's a picture of a woman, but the tits are like at the shoulders.
Yeah, like you don't know how to draw, but
Just a line drawing, a left, a right, and like 2 circles for tits, like you're a kid at the chalkboard when the teacher's away. There must be more than life than having everything. Donald says, again, Donald wrote all this. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. I guess he's talking to the voiceover thing. Jeffrey Epstein. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Now, does he call them enigmas because they're children and they're difficult to understand? Because, fucking children. That's their little joke for code for trafficking girls. Enigmas. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that, Jeffrey? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. He's writing all this. Trump. Donald. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. May every day be another wonderful secret. Donald J. Trump. He did this.
Why does it sound like he's trying to fuck Jeffrey too?
Right. He said, those aren't my words, not the way I talk. Also, I don't draw pictures. And then they go, well, this is even stupid to bring up. But here's a picture of a house you drew for a charity and signed it. He's like, yes, I drew 4 sticks and a roof, but I don't, this is true. But I'll draw a building for charity. This is a quote. I don't do drawings of women, that I can tell you. Well, I know you don't do drawings of women. This is fucking ridiculous. Tell. Yeah, we didn't think you were fucking Jack from Titanic.
Yeah, you're not. We don't expect. We know you're not drawing Picasso.
The latest piece published by the Wall Street Journal proves the entire birthday card story is false, says Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. As I have said all along, it's very clear President Trump did not draw this picture and he did not sign it. Meanwhile, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. The Wall Street Journal is saying, yes, this is real. President Trump's legal team will continue to aggressively pursue litigation. Her statement continued, lambasting the reporter for publishing fake news about the Democrat Epstein hoax. Now, it's a hoax, by the way. If you remember, of course, he's going to be president. He's going to show this list. He's not into kid fucking. Actually, we found the list of people in his house. You know what? It's a nothing burger, and let's forget don't be a fucking baby about it. Representative Robert Garcia, the Oversight Committee's Democratic ranking member, is calling the president a flat-out liar. In a statement to the Wall Street Journal, he said President Trump called the Epstein investigation a hoax and claimed that the birthday note didn't exist. Of course it did. Trump blasted the Epstein investigation just recently on Truth Social. The confused and badly failing Democrat Party did nothing about Jeffrey Epstein while he was alive except befriend him, socialize with him, travel to his island, and take his money, he wrote. How many pictures have we seen with them together? What did you do? They knew everything there was to know about Epstein, but now, years after his death, they, out of nowhere, are seeming to show such love and heartfelt concern for the victims. Does anybody really believe that? You didn't say nothing. God, what a dumb fucking world.
That was a nothing burger.
Yeah. Jesus Lord. But no, he'll still talk about other shit. President Donald Trump delivered a passionate speech at the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C., advocating for religious liberty. Yeah, you know how we just don't care about these Christians here in America. Give them a break already. He announced new Department of Education guidelines to protect students' rights to pray in public schools and launched the America Prays initiative while donating his family Bible, and pledging to fight anti-Christian bias. However, his comments minimizing domestic violence as minor disputes drew sharp criticism. So he's saying, hey, we're going to have laws where, yes, you have to be able to pray in school. That'd be cool if you could do it during a test. You know, yeah. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Just focus on your paper. Like, I have to stop and pray. Don't make me call the boss.
I need my moment.
But this is what they're talking about. He was saying how he's stopping crime around America. Okay?
There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually.
This is in Washington, D.C., to be clear, where he, sent federal troops out to take care of business.
There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually nothing. And
no crime in D.C.
And much lesser things that take place in the home they call crime. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime. See? So now I can't claim 100%.
There you go.
I mean, I don't think the military is busting in people's houses, being like, "What's going on in here?"
Right. But he's saying
Also,
he's advocating domestic violence a little bit, right?
it's kind of weird. Um, and then also, it's not 87. Look, what? Okay, if there's something saying 80, I would take the 87%.
No,
That's a
it's
B.
actually 100, but it can't
That's
be
a B
100.
plus. I'll take a B plus. I was not an A student.
But now, husband has a little fights with the wife, and now that's apparently that's a crime nowadays. Okay. And a devastating blow to Trump, a federal appeals court just rejected Trump's bid to throw out the jury verdict, ordering him to pay $83.3 million for defaming E. Jean Carroll. Trump must pay every penny. This is the woman in a department store bathroom or department store changing room that Trump raped. And she said, hey, I won $83.3 million because of being sexually assaulted and raped. And Donald Trump said, you know what? I'm suing you for calling it rape. And the judge said, no, I called it sexual assault, but it is rape. So when you see people, he did not have to pay for rape. He did, and it is rape, not aggressive behavior. That's your fucking king. Good job. Jesus Louiges. You know what? LL Cool J said it best the other night when he said, you know what? Let's leave all the negativity at the door. This is the time to celebrate music.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put our differences aside. Here's the president of the rapist. How about for one night, can we just enjoy pop music? And by the way, I didn't know how many of these people I would know. Turns out it was not. But how hip and cool LL Cool J. That's the only guy I know.
I didn't know. Well, the awards, I didn't know if they were trying to appeal to like younger people or if they were trying to appeal to like my generation because they had like LL Cool J and Mariah Carey and
Right. Well, Mariah Carey insisted. We'll get to that. She insisted that she get an award. No, I had Liz explain everybody to me, and then I explained Ozzy to her. That's how we got through it. I mean, they had a woman come out that obviously they didn't introduce her, so this was in the beginning. So obviously everybody knew her, but me. But it's the one that starred. Did you see it from the beginning?
Yes, I did.
Who's the woman that did a Max Headroom video? And did you know who Max Headroom was? And do you know what I'm talking about?
You talking about that 80s like
Well, here we go.
Yeah, that's Doja Cat.
Oh, that's Doja Cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know Max Headroom?
I have no idea.
See, that's what I'm wondering. Who's that for? I wonder if like a manager said, do this. It's a throwback to
her new song and album are supposedly very 80s influence. So that's art that I guess goes with it.
I knew Kenny G that was playing with her. I'm like, who's she? And by the way, did some of this lip syncing seem like they never heard the songs before?
Some are not good at lip syncing. I think that's why like I love like rock, metal, and punk music, but there's a part of me that still has like a soft spot for certain pop stars. And I think that's why I like Lady Gaga is that she sings live. And I think that there's something to say about that.
Yeah.
Because even Doja Cat, I was like, you're lip syncing your song. I've heard this song.
I recognize Ricky Martin.
Yeah, he's not aging at all.
He looks good. And I remember when he was straight. And I mean, he's he doesn't play She Bangs too much anymore. I noticed that.
It's still kind of weird to hear him sing Living La Vida Loca and her like, oh yeah, she pours hot wax and candles and stuff. And I'm like, well, does she, Ricky?
Is that what she does? I loved Living La Vida Loca. I was a receptionist, and I even went out and I bought the CD single and I played it on the boombox in the reception area. And it was as a reception for video work. You would transfer videos, all this kind of stuff. And so I wasn't bombarding you 18 times. You would change out pretty fast. But yes, I love this song. Then who knew? Who knew he wasn't into chicks? Not this guy.
You wouldn't have known. I remember people being shocked by that, being like, what?
Right.
And then me being like, yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit.
Right. Were you surprised by some of the new heads that came out? Who is the plastic surgeon and for Hollywood now? Is it the Joker?
I have no idea. Whoever it is, they're doing. Did you see Jessica Simpson?
Jessica Simpson, and then she came out
Mhm.
later with Ashley Simpson.
Mhm.
I'm watching, I'm texting Liz, but I'm watching by myself, and out loud I go, "Oh my!"
The surgeon was like, "Want to know how I got these scars?"
Right, right. It's a little much. And then why don't you look at your sister and go, that's a little much. But then next thing you know, what you want to fit in, so you get it done.
And I wonder too if part of it isn't the Ozempic craze, because a lot
Mm,
of them are on Ozempic and they still have that I need to be, super thin
right.
thing, and it does a weird thing to their face. See Sharon Osbourne.
There was a Lindsay Lohan commercial, and I'm like, I recognize the voice.
Mhm.
So I guess that's her. And then I saw the dad was just arrested for domestic abuse of his ex-wife, and I'm like, all right, I guess you gotta, I think about my dad. I want to change my face too, so I guess I get it. You know. Oh well. Let's see. Rose. Do you know Rose? The
I
person?
Yeah, it's a person. I think I know like one or two songs, but I can't even name the name of them.
She won something for the apartment, so good for her.
Oh, that
She's
song with Bruno Mars. Yeah, she did.
okay.
She did that song with Bruno Mars.
And like I was saying, they know if you're there, and especially if you perform, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Period. But then they know it, so they all have speeches. Everyone. It's not like some of them didn't have a piece of paper. They all had pieces of paper to read. They
Hmm.
all, really took their fucking time, thanked everybody and the busboy's name and their family's name. But on top of it, you acted like you're surprised, especially on Ariana Grande. It's like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, like 10 times during this fucking speech. It's like, you have a poster board on stage. You're not tricking anybody.
Yeah, you knew you were winning. And then
Right.
the whole night too, the camera kept going to her. And I saw a thing on this earlier where they're like, she's accused of just like overacting, like knowing when she was going to be on camera.
Yeah.
Because like she's watching the Aussie thing, she's
Huh?
like,
Oh,
"Oh,
Taylor
you can't
Swift
see
is
my
watching, being like,
face."
you're being ridiculous.
Yeah,
You're being too
exactly.
much, Ariana. Tracy Morgan won the Rock the Bells award. Oh shit, Buster Rhymes. Buster Rhymes. Okay. He looks different with his head shaved. That's all.
He really does.
Yeah, right? Thank you. Uh and um and of course, it's rap, so everything's, bleeped out or silent every so often. I don't know if the song's good. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, the song they ended it with, "Past the Crevassier." I'd actually remember, oh, I don't, so many VMAs ago, that them doing that song and it being like a big performance. I remember them having people that were like on these stilt things and they were doing flips
Hmm.
and all this stuff. But then Diddy was also in that performance. So
Ah, you didn't want to remind anybody, maybe.
yeah, probably not.
But yeah, and what's the thing? When is the deal? Then they do this bullshit. They're like, now we're gonna go to Post Malone and Jelly Roll, and it's obviously they're not fucking there.
Yeah.
Not only are they not there, you can figure out where they are. They're in another country, but they're in Germany. Time wise, that's not what this outdoor stadium would look like. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning over there at the time, and it's okay on a school night. Everybody loves Germany to be up till 5 in the morning watching a concert. Like, what weird fucking why? What weird lie is it? Who gives a fuck?
I know they want you to think that they changed the stage in a couple minutes just for like
Right.
new stage. Yeah, we did it just for them for this Jelly and Post Malone song.
Do you enjoy Post and Jelly?
Not really. I mean, Jelly Roll has some stuff I like, and funny enough, I've met Jelly Roll.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I was in Okay, actually, it was in that same Las Vegas trip mentioned earlier.
Okay.
That was a wild trip. Uh,
Did
but
he give the meth?
no,
Okay. All right.
you know what? Did meth, and I didn't lose a fucking pound. Just the trauma, great. But so I was at a comedy festival, and he was a guest on one of like the live podcasts that they were doing. And I didn't know who Jelly Roll is. I've never heard of this guy. I don't really follow country music, so
Right.
and I thought he was a comedian. I thought he was, on one of the podcasts and all that.
Right.
And I was kind of just like taking a break, so the venue was weird, but I was kind of like by the green room and all that. And he's just standing there, and I had a band shirt on. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if it was Alice Cooper or um but he was like, "Oh, nice shirt." And then we started talking, and he actually, funny enough, asked me like, "Do you know you listen to any country music?" Which he could have mentioned there.
Right.
And I mentioned, I like Johnny Cash and like old country artists that like my
Mm.
grandparents would listen
You
to.
go, I hate the new shit.
I might have said that. I
It's too
don't
corny.
remember. I don't remember. I was like, I might have said like the new stuff is overproduced or
It's pop.
something. So yeah, I had a 15-minute conversation, had never heard of this guy, never seen him in my life. And then I get back to Houston and I'm driving and they were advertising, I think he was coming here, and he's on a billboard, and I'm like,
Mm.
oh, that comedian's coming. And I was like, wait, why is he's doing Toyota Center? Like he's that big? And then I like look on the computer and I was like, hey, I asked my friends, like, hey, who's Jelly Roll? They're like, oh, he's huge. He's the singer. Da, 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 da. I was like, I think I met him. And they're like, no,
That's
you
funny.
didn't. And now no one believes that I met him.
Right. He seems like a guy you would know, the tattoos, the look,
Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
he's very nice. I can say he
Okay.
was it was a very just normal, nice conversation that you would have with a stranger, which I think that says a lot. He didn't go, you don't know who I am, or
Right. That's cool. Speaking of Mariah Carey and lip syncing, it's funny she did her octave bullshit, but they didn't put the camera on during that. No. Why
yeah.
would we want to see that? Well, we know why.
I love how she gives like 40% effort and everyone's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And she acted she's so dopey though that when I don't know if she was acting surprised that she won or she
Mhm.
acted
Yeah.
like it was like the Vanguard Award. It used to be called the Michael Jackson Kid Touching Award. And so they got rid of that and they called just the Video Vanguard Award or Vanguard Award. I don't know if she makes videos anymore. But anyway, she performs and then they give her the award and she's like, "Oh my God, thank you." I'm like, "This specifically, you knew, we all knew at home weeks ago."
Yeah, they've announced this all week,
Right.
and you're like, I had no idea. It's like, okay, Mariah, just she put more effort into that acting though than she did her performance. So
Do you think her and Nick Cannon got along?
no.
No
There's
way, right? He just liked it was her.
yeah, he was like, yeah, I get to, touch Mariah Carey.
Yeah. And that's all that happens at night. He just takes two
Yeah.
hands, rubs her body down once, is like, "Ah, yes," and then whacks it. So at one point, so they give the award to Mariah Carey, and Mariah Carey goes, "This is heavy." And Ariana Grande presented the award, and she comes over like she's gonna hold it for her, and says, "I'll hold it." And Mariah goes, "No, no, go away." Ha 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 ha. I'm kidding, but really does hold it just the same.
Yeah.
Like, no,
And
this is me. And then goes, and by the way, MTV, and I guess she didn't actually win any award before for whatever dumb reason from MTV, but says, "What took so long, MTV?" I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm like, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. You're angry. And I'm like, where's this fucking Aussie tribute? When
yeah.
is this fucking coming with names that I know?
Mhm.
Aerosmith. I saw Nuno Betancourt, the guitarist from Extreme, then ended up playing with Rihanna, probably the most underrated guitarist of all time. And I'm like, but we're closing on 10 o'clock. Do you think Aussie fans can stay up this late?
I know. I'm like, do y'all know the age of your audience? Because I'm ready to go to bed
Right.
right now.
I loved it. I loved the tribute. Crazy Train changes, and then it was with Young Blood. Not that I know
Mhm.
that band, but they were great. I thought. Then the two main dudes from Aerosmith came out and joined them and did "Mama, I'm Coming Home." Whenever they went to the next award, I'm like, no, 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 five more songs.
I
Were you
know.
moved? I was moved.
I loved it. I love the
Yeah.
Ozzy tribute. I really like the way Youngblood does. I mean, he knocked changes out of the park at that final Ozzy concert. I watched it on when they had it.
Mm.
He knocked that song out of the park, and he did just as good performing it there. I'm the same way. I'm like, Ozzy has such a large discography, and you're doing 3 songs.
Yeah.
Like scare the audience a little bit because the audience was like a younger
Yes.
audience. You can tell they're more into like that. I guess I call it like indie pop stuff. They just want to vibe.
Hmm.
Let's scare the shit out of them. Let's play some heavy.
Yeah.
Let's play some Ozzy's heavier songs. Let's throw some No More Tears stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Do Mr. Tinker Train.
Yeah,
How
I was about
about
to say, let's
that?
let's really scare them. Let's do Mr. Tinker.
um uh I feel like when I see Steven Tyler, by the way, 77 years old, fucking killed it. And anytime like I hear like a celebrity on an interview and they're like busting 80 years, I'm like, why is my dad a piece of shit? Being old isn't an excuse. What's
Yeah.
going on here? But I think I recognize some of Steven Tyler's scarves, and I think I wore two of those in real life. Brother Love had his wedding. Brother Love's wife was the drummer for Steven Tyler's some of his solo stuff.
Mm.
And in Hawaii, in Maui, Brother Love had his wedding there, and the guy stayed at Steven Tyler's house. And I was one of those, and I got Steven Tyler's bedroom. I whacked off in his bed. It's very exciting. His wife to be, Brother Love, is like, there's probably cameras, everywhere. And I'm like, oh yeah, I whacked off in his bed. And she's like, no, I'm just saying, he probably likes knowing you did that.
Okay, but did the Steelers play that day and did they win?
Right. Hello. No, I finished for sure. There was no football going on. And he had a mic stand with all these scarves, and I recognized, I think, that the Jaguar print scarf that he had the other night. And I'm put on all his scarves, and she happened to come in during that time too, and it's like, he's gonna love that you're doing that. I'm like, all right, everybody wins. Good.
I love how he looks like basically everyone's aunt.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
he comes out with the long hair and all that, but it's like your aunt that smokes too much and like probably is like the Wiccan weird aunt.
Well, I have a picture, and I assume it's private, but it's of Hennessy, Kendazek's.
Mhm.
Her parents ran a wedding thing and was neighbors to Steven Tyler, and they knew each other. And that's where the wedding was actually held, even though we stayed at Steven's place, my buddy Steve's place. Um, and there's a picture of him crocheting with Hennessy's mom, and he does look like your grandma
Yeah.
in those two sticks. that's that's the king of rock. Sabrina Carpenter won Best Something. But yeah, she's a little weirdo, right? Sabrina Carpenter, a
Yeah,
little too many espressos.
I don't get the hype on her. I'm about to piss some people off because I know she's got a massive following.
Sure.
And I'm gonna sound like the old man, like this isn't my type of
I don't
podcast.
even know if the music's good. I just know like she reminds me of Ariana Grande, these little jumping beans that are like, are you even on this planet?
Yeah, the music kind of reminds me of like chicken and rice with no seasoning,
Okay.
or pasta with no sauce, or
I get
you
you. I do get you. I'd say that I do get you. Speaking of awards, the next big one is the Emmys. That's coming up. That's on the 14th. Apple TV's Severance was the most nominated. 27 nominations for that bullshit. Did you get into that?
No, I didn't really get into Severance.
Yeah, I tried. I tried. The Penguin, which I did love, 24 nominations. The Studio and White Lotus. I love The Studio. White Lotus, I didn't try. I can tell it wasn't for me. Studio and White Lotus tied for 23 nominations. HBO Max in general led with 142 nominations. Netflix 120. Apple TV 81. The great Nate Bargatze will host the Emmys. KeithNegro.com/Nate Bargatze. You can see what's doing right there. You have seen the seasons of Severance or not?
No, I haven't seen Severance.
Oh, okay.
And I'm with you on White Lotus. I kind of was like, I don't really think this is for me.
Yeah, I could. There's too many people.
I did see the Penguin. I love the Penguin.
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, no pun. Yeah,
Even the way it started with like Colin Farrell killing
kid.
the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid that you fall in love with, right? Um, yeah, I just in Severance they realized that their Audis are fucking them, ruining their life as innies, making their innies go to work, and all they do is work all day. They don't, and they try to leave, but then they change back to their Audis. But it's like but you do know there's an Audi, and you want to hurt them. Just shit your pants. Let the Audi know, hey, if my asshole keeps itching, this guy might not like it too much.
Yeah.
They're getting on to something. And then Adam Scott ends up, for those in the know, he fucks this one girl's innie and her Audi. Picture you get home, you're Audi, but then you're pregnant and you don't know how it happened. You're like, oh, fucking innie. Let's see here. Outstanding drama series. Andor, more Star Trek bullshit. The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise, The Pit, Severance. Fucking dump. Slow Horses and The White Lotus. I don't know that I saw any of these except for Severance.
I saw Last of Us, Last of Us is, if you don't know, it's based on video game.
Right.
I'm guessing this is for season 2, which wasn't very good. A lot of people didn't like the second game. The second game is very dark. Some people called it like a misery simulator. That's how
Okay.
messed up it is. Um, I think it's a hard thing to pull off. And then they changed stuff too, and it was weird.
How old is the main girl in the game or TV show?
um she's in her early teens in the first game, and then it's 5 years later. So I want to say it in the second game, she's around 19 or 20.
Okay. So early teens, these fucking perverts online that got upset because the video game girl is attractive
Mm-hmm.
and the TV show isn't as much being a real person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see this show, but I saw a lot of fucking hate. And
Mm-hmm.
if the TV show girl is homely, that's a deliberate choice. And I'm gonna guess it has something to do with the plot in the story. Who are these fucking perverts? Hey, listen, I'm whacking off to this 14-year-old game character.
No,
But when I see a real person,
take the zombie apocalypse and make it sexy.
right, right. Outstanding comedy series. Oh, here we go. The Bear. Fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. They took out the cooking on this last season and it was funnier than ever. I cried from all the jokes. I
Okay,
teared
so
up because it was just
the
so
last season
goddamn
was
funny. I did love the last season. I didn't, this is my problem. This is why I keep watching bullshit because I hated The Bear.
Mhm.
And this last season, I loved it. So nothing makes sense and I got to see everything now. This is my hell.
That's how they pull you in. Like they'll have crappy seasons, all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's like an awesome season. You're like, well, fuck, now I'm stuck
Right.
on this train.
But the Bear, fucking hilarious. Up there with Abbott Elementary, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking. I enjoyed that. His Harrison Ford's character has MS. Can I tell you guys a secret? I guarantee he has it.
You
I
think so?
guarantee he has MS. I've seen him for years on talk shows and all this. He has it. And I have an eye for this. I knew Michael J. Fox way before it was made public. I'm pretty good. You'll see. You heard it here first. The Studio and What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, these are all comedies except for The Bear, and The Bear will win comedy series because nobody takes comedy seriously.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, the bear will win. What we do in the shadows. I love what we do in the shadows. I loved it up until the last season. The last season was wonky to me,
It
but
was more the same, lackluster. But I think this, because of other things that are nominated, um, is the season before the last.
oh, okay. Well, then in the case, they should win. But
Outstanding limited or anthology series, Adolescence, Black Mirror. That's always fun. Too many of those are coming true in real life. Dying for Sex, Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, and The Penguin. I'm going Penguin.
yeah,
Oh, there's more. I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's it. That's it. Outstanding TV movie, The Gorge. Did you see that? I enjoyed that a lot.
no, I didn't. So this is
This is outstanding television movie.
oh, okay.
It's on Apple TV. I recommend it. The Gorge. Liked it a lot. Lot of heart and zombies. Mountain Head, that sucked dick. Nana's, or yeah, about grandma's cooking. That was cute enough, sure. Rebel Ridge. Outstanding reality competition program. You check
Hey,
these
what?
out.
War of the Worlds didn't make it?
War of the Worlds didn't make it. No, because this is from last
Oh,
year,
that's
not
right. It
this
should be
year.
on next year's.
Right.
We'll
And
definitely see it on there.
they're fighting to make it Oscar worthy. They don't want to be on the fucking Emmys with all
I'd
that
love to
work
see
they
them do
do.
like an extended cut, which is like more added to it just to.
They should gaslight all of us, like praise it, like you know how like during the Oscars they take like 5 breaks for the music, or they go, and now the second nomination for Best Picture, and then they go to the regular shit. Keep doing that for scenes from War of the Worlds.
Yeah, just be like the cinematic masterpiece produced by Amazon.
Outstanding reality competition program: The Amazing Race, RuPaul's Drag Race, Survivor, Top Chef, The Traders. Who cares? Drag Race, why not? I don't fucking know.
Does every one of those shows outside the Traders, which I guess that's the one I'd root for, it we're still doing all those shows still?
Right?
Like how many seasons do they have, especially Survivor?
I think Survivor, I'm not joking or exaggerating. I think I heard them go say it's season 49 on a commercial the other day.
I think they survived. Let's move
Right,
on.
we're good. Oh, let
Yeah,
me guess. How long can they stand on a pole? What? I gotta watch that in real time. Let me guess. Their prize, they want the cheeseburger and they throw up because their body's used to rice. Okay.
same with Top Chef. Like, haven't they cooked everything?
How many secret ingredients
Yeah.
are there? Is that the one? Outstanding talk series: The Daily Show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Now Colbert just got he has his walking papers because he was shitting on Trump, and Paramount wanted to make, who owns CBS, wanted to make some kind of merger, and it actually needed the government's permission to do that. And this is the way I see it. And so they said, okay, yes, Trump, we'll get rid of Colbert for shitting on you. You let this merger go through, and they did it. And then South Park goes, hey, you already did the merger? Here's our fucking jokes. So it would be funny if Colbert, who, the right is acting like people just weren't watching and he wasn't bringing in money, which of course he was. It'd be funny if he wins.
It would
But
be
I
a
have
nice
to.
way to walk out the
It'd be a
door.
nice way to walk out, but I have to assume it'd be the Daily Show, right?
Yeah, probably. I think that's probably the most viewed
It'd
one.
only be Stephen Colbert's monologues, wouldn't it? It wouldn't be interviews per se.
Yeah, I think so. I think they'd probably just go based on his monologues. That's what I think they do.
Outstanding scripted variety series. I don't know what the difference is between outstanding talk series. Scripted variety series: Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. What's the difference between Daily Show and John Oliver?
Honestly, it's all the same to me.
Right?
I don't.
And Saturday Night Live. So there's only 2 in variety. Last week, your chances are good. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and Saturday Night Live. I would assume SNL. I would assume. Outstanding variety special: the Apple Music Super Bowl LIX. Nobody knows what that stands for. Halftime show starring Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar could win an Emmy for A minor. That slaps in Drake's face. Never stop.
I know that's like the ultimate fuck you to Drake. Is like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want an Emmy too for just calling you
Right.
child predator.
Right. Hey Drake, I hear you don't like what they made that girl look like in Last of Us. Anyway, thanks for the award. Beyonce Bowl on Netflix. The Oscars. How stupid. What kind of fucking circle jerk is this? The Oscars can win an Emmy. Okay. SNL 50, the anniversary special, which was a bunch of new skits, and SNL 50, the homecoming concert. So the anniversary special was on NBC. The homecoming concert was on Peacock. The concert, I saw both of these. I loved them both.
Mhm.
The homecoming concert was on Peacock, so they were able to curse. So in music, they didn't have to bleep anything out. They can give passionate speeches, and that was very fun. Then the anniversary special was funny because that's just sketches. But Eddie Murphy, for example, was at the music part, and he thought you could curse. And I think he also forgot that SNL was scripted. He does a sketch. He's doing a sketch that was about being scared straight, and he's yelling at these kids, these cast members playing teenagers. And he walks in like his orange jumpsuit. He's like, "You motherfucker, you paid attention? I'll fucking rape you, you piece of shit." Like, that's not written on a cue card. A. B, you motherfucker, I will rape you. Like, oh my God, Eddie.
And everyone around him has to be like, just part of the show, folks.
Right. And like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I hope that wins something. Sure. Outstanding variety special, Adam Sandler, Love You. I enjoy that. Do you watch a lot of stand-up?
I watch a little bit. I'm going down that rabbit hole right now currently.
Does sometimes you watch and be like, it doesn't look that hard sometimes. It's actually bumming me out. Maybe I'll be a scientist.
Yeah, maybe I should just go into rocket science and
Adam Sandler, Love You. I did like this. Supposedly, assuming it's real, who knows what's real and what's not. The producer kept fucking with Adam Sandler. So Adam Sandler, often will play his guitar and funny videos or something would come up behind him on screen. They made it so the videos fucked up or the screen wouldn't work and he had to play it off. Assuming it's real, it was funny. A dog just went across the stage that supposedly, was a cast member in the back or somebody of the crew had a dog. I enjoyed that. Again, if I find out that it wasn't real, I'm going to murder. Ali Wong, Single Lady. Big fan of that. Bill Burr, Drop Dead Years. I love Bill Burr, but he's starting to seem like, I don't know. We're giving him too much credit that he's a fuddy-duddy who's kind of finding his way and his feelings. And it's like, you can grow up faster. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the same act, and it's like someone's growing up 10 years, but it's taking them 40 years to do.
Yes. Conan O'Brien, the Kennedy Center Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. Well, that's cheating. That's a whole bunch of people. Sarah Silverman, Postmortem, and Your Friend, Nate Bargatze. Well, there you go. He was on Keith and the Girl, so him, of course. We'll see. Outstanding Game Show, Celebrity Family Feud. I like when they add celebrities, and apparently all these shows do now too. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is celebrities now. Of course, Pyramid was always celebrities. Match Game celebrities. Like they have to, even the ones that normally don't have celebrities. It's all celebrities. But Celebrity Family Feud, I've been watching this version, and the dude's kind of growing on me. What's his name? Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey, I think, is pretty good at it. I've always kind of enjoyed him being on it.
And even his ridiculousness when he acts like he doesn't know why the people say some. Well, maybe don't make the fucking question so sexual. When you're alone, what do you like to beat off? Bzz, my penis. What? Oh, hold on, folks. Hold on. Did he just say, Nick, motherfucker, you wrote it? What do you think we're going to say?
Yeah, one of the questions I had was, what are things you can sit on? And of course, one of the girls goes, a face. And he looks at the camera like, what? You can do that?
Right. We should have thought this through. Jeopardy. You know what? Jeopardy reminds me of the VMAs. Whenever they would say like cat's eye, and I'm like, is that a person or a fucking song? I don't even know if Jeopardy. If I even get it right that they're asking for a person instead of a place, I count that as a win.
Yeah, I'm not a great Jeopardy. I'd be one of those people that has a negative amount and be like, right. So do I pay y'all or?
Right. That's a game. It goes into your bank account or takes it. The Price is Right. I find that too corny, but I loved that as a kid. Loved being sick and watching that when I was a kid.
Drew Carey. I don't really like Drew Carey as the host of The Price is Right.
I hear you.
It's hard because I think we all loved Bob Barker so much, and he was so good at it. And Drew Carey's just kind of dry.
I hear you. Yeah, maybe like he's taking it too serious or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Bob Barker was like your chill grandpa who smoked pot.
Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. That's for idiots. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I think, and by the way, celebrities are dumb in general. When they're on Celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, there's two of them. Is that an insult to celebrities?
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's kind of a cheat.
I think me and Liz, if there are two of us, I think we would clean up. Doesn't seem that hard for two people. I know Ozzy. She knows Sabrina Carpenter. We win.
She knows a lot of words because crosswords.
She
So
knows crosswords. I know you don't know Jack. We clean up. Come on. Just skipping around here. Outstanding supporting actress in a drama series. I find funny because it's Patricia Arquette's Severance, Carrie Coon, The White Lotus, Catherine Lanassa, The Pit, Julianne Nicholson, Paradise, Parker Posey, The White Lotus, Natasha Rothwell, The White Lotus, Amy Lou Wood, The White Lotus. That's 4 White Lotus women. That's a lot of fucking pressure if none of you win.
also, is that going to be like catty remarks later? Like, well, I'm the one that won the award.
Yes. I hope none of them win. I just think that's funny. Outstanding supporting actor, a dude from Severance, a dude from White Lotus, White Lotus, White Lotus, Paradise, whatever that is, Severance and Severance. So 3 Severances, 3 White Lotuses, and Paradise. I don't know what Paradise is. I hope they win. Fuck them.
Yeah, same. Well,
Jeez, there's not more TV shows. We've only mentioned like 7 TV shows total. Supporting actor, The Studio. Ike Barinholtz, The Studio. Coleman Domingo, The Four Seasons. Harrison Ford in Shrinking. Well, there you go. You're just gonna be happy you have an Oscar guy in there. He won. Jeff Hiller, Somebody Somewhere. Eben Moss Bachrach, The Bear. Michael Urie, Shrinking, and Bowen Yang, Saturday Night Live. Come on, right?
yeah.
Come on. Outstanding guest actress in a drama series, Severance, The Last of Us, The Handmaid's Tale, The Last of Us, Severance. So I hope it's The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, same.
They're the odd man out. Outstanding guest actor in a comedy series, The Studio, and The Studio. And John Barenthal, The Bear. Well, I can't think of a funnier fucking dude than John Barenthal. What they gonna do with me?
I hope they all lose.
There's nobody. It was a tie. Nobody voted.
Just cancel the award.
Outstanding directing for a comedy series, The Bear, Napkins. That's the one with John Barenthal when that woman can't find work. Fucking hilarious. I was crying from laughter. Hacks, Mid-Century Modern, the blah, blah, blah. Outstanding rating for a variety series, The Daily Show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Oh, now it's all in the same category. And SNL. Yeah, nobody knows what to do. They're like, is it a comedy? I guess it's fucking variety. I don't fucking know. Did you see the TV show? Do you watch all the Marvel stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
I try to. Not everything, but I try to watch it.
I see it all, and there's no need, but I'm like, what's going to happen? I'm going to see a movie one day, and they make a 2-second joke about something or a reference, and I'm not going to know what it is. Now I have to see 10 hours of Ironheart.
Oh, God.
Do you see this piece of dog shit? If you Google Ironheart here's what comes up. Trash, bad, lame, and then it goes like 10 things down. Ironheart is actually good. Okay.
Only one of those is false.
Right. Dear Keith, I saw Ironheart, the female Iron Man. We never got your review. Love your summaries, especially when the show is shit. Yours, Marie. It's offensive to say she's related to Iron Man in any way, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's really no connection there, and I feel like it makes her character look bad the way they did it, because she's like, I want to build something iconic, and I'm like, but it's been built.
Right, you're doing Iron Man stuff.
Yeah, and she goes to MIT, but the whole time she's just making like these dumb decisions the whole time.
Yes.
There's a scene in there where like her friend is like, she's like, I think she's talking and she's like, do you think like I feel like I'm a terrible person, all this and this. And I wanted the friend to be like, yes, you are the problem.
Well, somehow the friend dies, but becomes AI.
Mm-hmm.
And even Vision would be like, this is fucking stupid. This AI. The mom, so the AI can come out of the computer and like appear in real life like a person somehow. Mm-hmm. And the mom, Ironheart's mom, sees the AI and is like, whoa, literally says, not today, Satan, fuck you. Cut to next scene. they're talking to each other. She's comfortable with this AI.
Exactly. Like nothing in that show makes sense.
At,
It,
at one point, I d they bring up something like, "Are there penguins in the Antarctica?" And the AI goes, I wonder." It's like, you're AI. You already know the answer,
you have all the information in your brain. What are you
right?
talking about? Now AI just wants to be cute, which mine tries to do that. Like mine started.
Right.
I asked mine a question. I was like, "Oh, do you think?" I was like, "Do you think?" It was like some kind of witchcraft question. Like, "Oh, do you think witchcraft's real and like can do this?"
Right.
And it basically responded like, "Witchcraft uses nature to do this, this, and this," and then like put a picture of like a tree at the end. And I'm like, "Okay, you don't have to be cute with it. Like, just fucking tell me. Like, how can I get like eczema off my face?"
You also have to you have to see this stuff fast, especially when it's superhero stuff, because I'm like, I'll get to Ironheart eventually. And next thing you know, I'm just scrolling through regular shit, and I don't necessarily subscribe to Marvel shit, but it pops up. Why Sacha Baron Cohen almost didn't play the bad guy in Ironheart. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, no.
Let me quickly watch all this shit. What the hell?
Well, it's like Marvel movies, even ones that maybe I'm not too interested in, but I know that there's going to be like some major thing that I want to see. I know that I need to see it within like the day of it coming out
Yeah.
because my Instagram feed will already be filled with spoilers before it's even day 2 of it being out.
Even that new movie, Weapons, it doesn't give away what the movie was. It won't make any sense. But it was only a couple days later, people making jokes about those kids running,
Mhm.
and some old crazy woman is dressed up like a clown. I'm like, I don't want to know anything yet. Give it a day.
Yeah. Speaking of Marvel, what do you think of Fantastic Four?
You know what? Let me get to that. Let me complain about Ironheart a little
Okay.
more, if you don't mind, because they played the Alanis Morissette song in that show. If you remember, you ought to know.
Hmm.
And they go, and then it gets to the part, going down in the theater, and are you thinking about me when you fuck her? And they go, are you thinking about me when you are? It's
Yeah.
like, then don't use the
Yeah,
song.
don't use you have access to literally any song. You have
Right.
Disney money. You
There's
could
bad
buy the
bitch
rights to
songs
use that.
without cursing. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, just a dumb fucking movie. I remember, or TV show. Do you remember she was, what was she looking for? Somebody got like hurt in the TV show, and she's in somebody's house and is looking for rubbing alcohol.
Hmm.
And she goes into the kitchen. That's not where you keep rubbing alcohol. But
Yeah.
goes into the kitchen and opens up like a flour container, like that's where you'd have rubbing alcohol, and like lifts up a bag and goes, "What's this? Wheat flour?" Like, first of all, why is that crazy? But anyway, then the guy goes, "No, it's not wheat flour. It's my dead dad's ashes." She goes, "Oh my God." And that leads to some conversation. What the fuck are you doing? Just going through cabinet and you have flour? Well, yes, I would have flour in the fucking kitchen. But anyway, it's an urn and it gets deep.
Yeah, let me look in this random pot. Like
She's a full
why
blown idiot. You're right. This MIT, kind of stupid. And by the way, and I know that this is something Marvel does, I guess, but I didn't need to see this. She's a girl. I don't need to see her midriff the whole fucking show. I found that a little weird. Like, she had to be like, why do you have to, even during fights and battles and shit, you see my midriff? They're probably like, you're a grown adult in this show. So, you're not a prude, right? Okay.
it's how we make you look older and mature.
Right. You can steal a piece of this fucking hood with a laser. Nobody. There was on the bad guys team. There were two people that were fucking ninjas. Right? They
Hmm.
could throw knives. They were like bullseye with these fucking
Yeah.
knives. They could take down a whole fucking army, just two people. Apparently, this Riri, she can fight them all off. She'll pick up like a bat and like a potted pan, just improv like what. And then when they go to chase her, they don't just throw the knife at her and kill her, which they can do to anybody. They come like they're fucking Friday the 13th and
Yeah.
run
Like we're gonna
slowly
have a
up to her.
one-on-one. We're gonna have a one-on-one battle, and I'm just gonna hold the knife.
Yes.
But I'm like, just throw it. You know how to use it. Also, why do you only have one knife? If I threw knives like that, I'd have knives all over me, ready to
Right.
go.
Right. Right. And I think it was the mom. so somehow Riri, the main character, takes the mom to another dimension or something, and then goes, "Hey, so this bad guy, he has cape powers from a demon. So we had and the mom's like, "Give me a break, a demon." It's like, bitch, I took you to another dimension. Assume everything I say is fact.
If someone took me to another dimension, I'd question nothing.
Right. Yeah, I don't
like,
buy that.
Yeah, well, I'm in another dimension, so yeah, I guess I have to go with this.
The mom's like, it's like, "Hey, mom, we have to get out of here. You can't keep running from everything. There's dimensions and demons. Literally, we have to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. Okay, do you want to just stay and deal with the demons, Mom? Because if you want to, I can just leave you here.
And the bad guy's powers was to use this cape that he can kill you with somehow. And he will get the CEOs of major companies to sign over their company. So it's like the power of a fucking signature. So I'm going to kill you because I'm super powered with this cape on, unless you sign over your company. Like, it really works like that. Like you could just point a gun at somebody, they sign over the company for the documents you made, and now it's a done fucking deal.
Yeah, as if there isn't like an enormous process to do.
Right.
Also, I love how his superpower is to become an asshole lawyer.
Yes, it is the worst thing. One of the bad, who was it? There was a bad guy, and to stop the bad guy, stop this one bad guy that the cape guy made. He had an Allen key in his back that, if like a little hole, and if you had an Allen key, certain kind of Allen key, you can pop it in the back of his neck and take his powers away. Why would you put it in the back of his fucking neck? Like, put it in his upper thigh.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
And my curse is I gotta watch all this fucking shit.
I thought it was funny, the actor, not the actor so much. Well, it was their acting, but the slug. There's a scene where they're hacking something,
right?
And you hear the clicks of the keyboard, and if you look, they're not even really touching the keyboard.
Oh, Jesus!
Just like hands like above the keyboard.
Do a gaslighting Emmys and give it to War of the Worlds and give it to Ironheart. I think that'd be the funniest, greatest thing. Fantastic Four, I did see. I liked the relationship stuff, actually. It's weird that it feels slow because, just from previews and the way movies work, that when they go to this other planet or whatever the fuck and talk to the main bad guy is going to say, "Give up your new baby and I won't destroy Earth." And then they come back, and then the bad guy is going to come to Earth. So that whole time when they meet the bad guy for the first time, I'm just like, okay, I know nothing's going to happen here, so pick it the fuck up. I'd rather hear the two of them fighting about parenting.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the way they handled Galactus. I thought that was cool. There's a lot of stuff I liked in it. I will say, I think as far as like this year in Marvel movies, I think Thunderbolts was the one I've liked the most.
I loved Thunderbolts.
I did too. I loved it.
I loved it. It might be my favorite of all of them.
Yeah. The mental health stuff in it, I think, was done so smart.
Yeah. And that his powers, like, doom and gloom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually found his character very relatable. And I was like, that's
right.
Because, my past, but also knowing other like addicts and working with some, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like spot on. But it was just a good story. It was a good story. It had good action. The jokes, when they had them, it wasn't as funny as the usual Marvel movie, but when they had jokes, they hit.
Yeah, I recommended it. My brother's funny, one of them, because he keeps asking for stuff to watch. And like and I'm like, I know he just sees, here and there some superhero movies, and he likes some and hates some, and I'm like, you will love Thunderbolts. He's like, oh, really? Why? And I'm like, I don't know if you ever get like this recommending something, but I'm like, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
What do you mean fucking why? I see everything. I know what you probably like. I'll tell you it's about mental health. He goes, how so? I'm like, forget it.
Yeah, like I'll recommend something to some people and they'll be like, oh, well, tell me about it. I'm like, no, just go watch it. Like,
yeah.
You want
it's a fuck. Yeah, they're saying fuck you. I'm like, I know what I'm talking about. You will like it. And the next thing you know, you're watching Bad Santa, or not Bad Santa, the one with Jack Black. And then, you don't know things. Listen to me. It's, God put me on this earth for a fucking reason. In Fantastic Four, when they had the Fantastic Four had to make some super objects that took a lot of power from New York City, and New York City all band together to not use their electricity, so the Fantastic Four people can use most of it.
Mhm.
There's no New York City where that would ever fucking happen.
Not
By
even
the
in
way,
the 1950s multiverse.
no, no.
In every timeline, they're fucked.
It is cute that they all had to work together. New York City, it's like, hey, we got to build these giant things, so we need your help. And then they're like, if you don't know what to do, pick up a shovel. And I think people are supposed to be like, oh, look at them, but I'm traumatized by shovels, and I actually didn't like that part at all. Then one of the bonus. You know what I don't like? What's weird? When there's a bonus scene at the end of the movie, that's what you go home with. And when it's lackluster, it's like, then why did you do it? And
Yeah.
my theater, when they showed a little cartoon of the Fantastic Four, because I guess there was a real cartoon in real life, but now they made the people look like the people in the movie. Everybody in my theater was like, that's it? And now you're just leaving with a bad feeling. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah, just put the, people are going to wait till the end, so just put the interesting post-credit scene at the very end
Yes.
and call it a day, or just let people know, hey, there's only one post-credit scene.
Right. And this is the movie, by the way, where a woman clapped to start a clap, and you can tell she just wanted the attention. She wasn't really into it.
Oh,
and then I heard her talking to her friend. Her friend goes, you fell asleep though during the movie and you're starting to clap. And she's like, yeah, I woke up when they came back from the planet. Oh, so these claps are even fake. Okay. Dude, what would have been how about a good after scene? They show the Thing whacking off. And I bet his dick looks like one of those, what are these called? Cairns? Those Asian rock pillars. But I bet it's like real shiny and smooth.
Mud shoots out of it.
I think that would have been something.
It shoots towards the screen and it's like the end.
Right.
Or it shoots towards the screen and it says the Fantastic Four will return.
All right. So what can I tell you? Here's some news, by the way. When I mentioned VIP and these old guests that you can check out Sue Costello, and I just saw her on Instagram again.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you know about keithandthegirl.com/Sue Costello, she's going to sue Paramount and Hollywood and all these fucking people for what I never really understood, but I believe she gets it, and that's the point. I don't get it because I'm a man, but and she shows all these dockets that she put in to fucking sue Les Moonves, the head of, I think it was Paramount at the time, or NBC. Anyway, here's a new thing she just put online. The song on Instagram being Beyonce's "Who Runs the World" Girls. My hit list, she shows.
Ooh.
Number 1, Les Moonves. Number 2, Mark Maron. Number 3, Joe Rogan. So it doesn't matter if you're left, you're right. She'll tell you who's wrong.
She's coming for all you motherfuckers.
Yeah. And she likes me. And she likes me. And by the way, if you go to /Sue Costello, what's the first show she was on is called Don't Look at Keith. And for some reason, like, she wouldn't look at me. She was scared of me. But then she ended up liking me when I said, you're shitting on these public people. Aren't you scared? And she found that, she really took that to a place. And she's like, Keith admitted. I said, because if I was shitting on famous people, I'd wonder, like, is this going to hurt my career somehow? And she goes, no, Keith admitted he's scared. But I'm not scared of these people. Keith is an honest man and blah, blah, blah. So we're best pals. You can hear all that at keithandthegirl.com/Sue Costello. But anyway, and Mark Maron, I heard she doesn't like because supposedly he edited something out of her show. But just had to be her rambling. It couldn't have been anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The truth? What do you think he's deleting? But hates Les Moonves, the hit list, Mark Maron, Joe Rogan, Dave Portnoy. That's the guy from Barstool Sports. I don't know these comedians. Frank Santorelli, Bill Blumenreich, Mike Clark. Number 8, a bunch of dead guys. And 9, more to come. And then a whole bunch of hearts. Fuck yeah. Fuck you. You don't want to get on that fucking list.
She's ready for battle.
Yeah. Yeah, she's and then she wrote I've been playing possum. So if you're wondering when is this lawsuit coming out up that she brought up before COVID, don't worry. She's waiting until you men are fucking confident and calm. And then lawsuit, 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 lawsuit. This is very exciting. I just wanted to
Playing
tell everybody,
chess.
if you're like, what's happening? She has a plan. And this is the year. You'll see. Good luck, fellas. You tried to sue Presser, but now you're suing big dicks, okay? Because this woman's got it going on. She's going to destroy Hollywood. And I'm glad she knows that I'm on her side because it's a little much. I'll tell you what, Blaine. Feedback's coming in already. They love you. It's the goddamn truth.
I hope so.
Yeah, I loved you. Tell you that.
You know, it's funny that this episode is about the VMAs. So I found your show. It was 2007. Brittany had just done the Gimme More, Las Vegas performance where
The snake?
No. This was
Okay.
the they call it the train wreck performance.
Okay.
When she was it was the really bad performance at the
That's,
VMAs.
I heard, by the way, sorry, no joke, the night before she was at a Diddy party and supposedly she came fucked up.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I hope that. And so I found you, and there was I was like looking at stuff online, and a clip came up, and it was you talking about it, and then Patrice was talking about Brittany,
Right.
about giving like how she gave like 40% effort. You were getting like pissed off, and you're like, yeah, I was just wondering if I could just jerk off to Brittany not giving a fuck. And I was like, this guy's
Her
funny. I think
attitude.
I'm gonna tune into this show. So it's funny that the show that I'm on,
Mhm.
first show I'm on is a VMA show.
Look at that. Full circle.
Yeah, full circle moment.
Congrats on everything. Congrats on bettering your life. It's not fucking easy. It's a horrible world.
Mm-hmm.
Am I a little jealous that you get ribs for breakfast? No, you did bring up the sauce point. I guess that could get a little boring, but yes, I think you're fantastic. I am. Make sure you record your stand up too.
Oh yes.
You know, you never fucking know.
Yeah.
I wish I kept all my macaroni art. You know,
Well, it's also good to go back, listen. You can kind of hear what worked, what didn't. Like,
right? Yeah, you get it.
yeah, I've learned it's a lot of studying, and I've learned just from listening to comedians talk about it, like on your show and other podcasts. Kind of like their process. I remember Andrea Allen used to kind of talk about her
Mhm.
process a lot too. So it's helped me learn before going back into it. I did like stand up maybe 3 times, and then COVID hit.
Okay,
And I say stand up, I mean open mics for like the 5 minutes.
how'd that
Uh,
go?
one went well, the other two not so great.
Okay,
But also, I didn't understand comedy the way I do now. Like I
like
thought it
what?
was
Like
like,
you have to plan?
yeah, you have to plan, you have to have jokes, you have to kind of have a story to tell. It's not just going
Mhm.
up there and being like, waka waka this joke, ha ha. Like it's you have to, yeah, you have to put work into it, and it's not just. I didn't even know that like comedians had a set, like the same
Right.
set. I thought they're going different places, just making stuff up and just
I think I thought that a little bit too because I do remember when I first came to New York City, I was doing all the New York stuff. In fact, I saw Grease on Broadway, but I saw Judy Gold and Taylor Negron. He was the bad guy in The Last Boy Scout, but he's a comedian, and one went first, one went after, and then I saw the second show and they just switch places, and I'm like, whoa, these are all the same fucking jokes, you motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't think I even knew.
Yeah, I remember I went to, there's a place here called The Secret Group, and it's a comedy place. And I went in there and I saw this comedian. I was like, oh, they're funny. And then later that night, it's not there anymore. I can't remember the name of the bar, but they were doing open mic, and that same comedian came in. And I was like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do here. And
Right.
then they just do the same thing. I was like, wait, what?
You little tricksters. Do you have a short joke that you're able to share? No pressure?
Nothing I want to share yet. I'm
Yeah,
trying to find the confidence in it.
I hear you.
I've written a lot, and a lot of it I'm pulling from personal stuff because I want it to be funny, but I also like I want to say something. So I'm
That's
trying to
my
find the
favorite.
confidence. Trust me, once I start going, I'm gonna keep going, and I'll share in chat. So y'all have to come to chat if y'all want to hear stuff.
Excellent. There we go. Every Wednesday, keithandgirl.com/chat. You're listening to right now with two poker champs, quite frankly. And, if you got the lips for it, show up early and we'll teach you how to sign up. All right? Because it's always fun just gobbling up those motherfucking tokens.
Yeah, come in. Let me beat you at poker while I don't even pay
Right.
attention.
And by the way, again, we have a cool group. So if you're not cool, actually, it's canceled. All right. Blaine, thank you so much for your time. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you.